Oh, hi there. Welcome, welcome back to everybody watching today. It's been a while. It's been about a week since I last streamed. I've been uploading a number of no commentary Shogi Dad unplugged videos every day. Just videos of me playing off stream 10-second games and then some 3-minute games. 10-second has gone well. Managed to rank up. 3 minutes are going really well off stream. I'll stop there. I don't necessarily want to rank up there because I use 3-minute games to get my win streak avatars. But anyway, that's been going well. You're missing people here, and hopefully today will be fun. I'm just going to continue with storming the High Mino Castle. It's going to be a relatively short stream, and the schedule is going to continue to be in flux for a couple weeks. It's not going to be as consistent over the next couple weeks as it always has been, which is 5 to 6 plus days of the week. But today we will do this, and that's really it. Last time we left off, we finished 124. We started this chapter 3, and going to continue it today. So with problem 125, let me just validate that this is that I transcribed it correctly. Let's see, they're in High Mino. There's a knight on 7-3. They've got the pawns. We've got our bishop on 6-4 or 6-6. And we have a knight, 3 pawns in hand. They have nothing in hand. All right, so there is that. Says live chat is currently unavailable. This is strange. I'm not sure why that is on YouTube here. Don't know what that means. I'm going to go back here. Okay, I am going to. The stream can be accessed again from the manager list. Exiting will not end the stream, so I'm going to keep going. Okay, my current browser, okay, doesn't support webcam streaming. I'm not trying to webcam stream. Let's get in here. Trying to get in here. How do I get back in? How do I get back in? Funny. View my channel. All right. Well, anyway, it's here. I don't. I'm watching like a regular viewer, I guess. Hey, good day, Emperor Rex. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. So I am. All right. So here we are. Here we are. Let's do this. I don't know how to get back into the live from I don't know how to get into my management console for the stream, so I'm just gonna stay here. Let's do this. All right. So what do we have? We have a knight, and we have a pawn. We have our pawns are all back, so we can't like drop a pawn. Boy. Thinking about this. Thinking about pushing the pawn. That's really slow. That's really slow. Hmm. There's the knight here, which we've seen before. But there's no real threat, I think. Take. Yeah, that doesn't seem so great. This pawn can come up as well. What if I just come in here? Yeah, I have 3 pawns. I have 3 pawns. So let's that's going to be an edge. That should signal that we want to make the edge attack. All right, so if we, the knight is not defending this square, we've got our bishop hitting it. So let's look at edge, take, drop the pawn, takes, drop the pawn, takes, drop the pawn, takes, drop the knight. And I think we're looking good. Yeah, I think we're looking good. Hi, Ayaka Yokota, good to see you. And let me, Yaki, I don't remember this username. Let me try to translate this. Yaki Imo at Shogi Theater. Roasted sweet potatoes at Shogi Theater. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Hey, Skykeeper, great to see you. All right, so I think this is going to be my line. Take, take. And there's nothing really that they can do here. So I think that's going to be it. Oh, happy Father's Day. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was, yeah, what was that? A week and a half ago? No, that was Sunday. Yeah, that was Sunday. Yeah, happy Father's Day to everyone. Hey, Vexel Cafe. Happy belated Father's Day. I spent it, with my family. I had, I've mentioned this before. My daughter graduated from college, and I had family in town staying at our house, and that was great. But at the same time, our cat Atari is continuing to struggle and poop all over and bleed all over, and so I had an appointment to get her taken care. Like the last thing that we had for her, all the tests came back clean, so she had this injection, this injection for a treatment for IBD, inflammatory bowel disease. So she had a shot for that on Tuesday. Seems like she's getting a little bit better from there. I hard to say, but she pooped in her crate again today instead of the litter box. But it's going to be a struggle. We'll see how that goes. And then also yesterday, I was actually going to stream yesterday, but the ongoing saga with the rats, the rat company had to come back. They basically just to inspect their work from a few weeks ago and to take out any traps that might have caught anything, and nothing was caught. But so things are looking good in that regard. But I had to wait around for them to come, so I couldn't stream. It looks like I've got two multi-views. Weird. I didn't even know you could do that in OBS. So I'm here. So yeah, so there's that. So anyway, and then, my daughter is in town for the next couple weeks before she has to go out to grad school. It's going to be, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be inconsistent for the next couple weeks. Yeah, busy but happy. Exactly. So you say 2 days ago for you, Father. So Father's Day is not on a Sunday for you? Hey, Tulip, great to see you. While we continue to discuss that, I'm going to check the answer. So June 17th, always interesting. Excited for a stream. Thank you. I am too. I've been missing it, so I've been doing those off stream little snippets of Shogi, recording my mobile games, just to keep active. While I had breaks in the schedule, I was able to play some offline mobile games. But not like this. And today I'm doing this just because this will not be a terribly long stream. I don't think I'll go longer than 2 hours. But Vexo Cafe, you've resigned yourself to play shogi strictly casually and not to do any study. It's been fun playing with your brother and a friend as total noobs. All right, I want to address that comment. Let's look at this answer first, and then I want to address that comment. So their line is, let's see how far this is. Pawn drop 9-5, pawn takes. Pawn drop 9-2, lance takes. Pawn drop 9-3, lance takes. Pawn drop 9-4, lance takes. Knight drop 8-6. This is their solution is exactly what I drew out here, even in terms of the last move. So that's good. An effective edge attack. An edge attack is also effective against the High Mino, and particularly so when the defense at the edge is thinner after the knight has moved to 7-3. Exactly. It took me a while to see it, but once I saw it, I think that was it. That knight being up there. The knight being on 7-3 has got to be an indication to me, to everyone, that the edge is weaker. So I don't do a good job of that in games. I think over the board, I think this idea pops in my head, but in these games, it doesn't pop. In my online games and in my studies, it doesn't pop in as much as it should. Anyway, the explanation continues. After sacrificing the edge pawn with pawn 9-5, pawn takes, draw the lance out with successive pawn strikes. Pawn drop 9-2, lance takes. Pawn drop 9-3, lance takes. Pawn drop 9-4, lance takes. Now knight drop 8-6 completes the attacking sequence. This is the basic edge attack technique. In the solution diagram, Gote has no way of saving the lance. All right, perfect. Now let's move on to problem 126. I'll move this on, and then we'll talk about this comment. So this is problem 126. So that comment now, this is not, I wholeheartedly understand this idea. Playing strictly casually, not doing any study. Shogi is a game, now correct me if I'm wrong. You play Go and chess to a certain you play Go or chess at a high level, right? You just play Go. Okay, you just play Go. This is a topic I've heard sort of discussed. At a mediocre level. Okay. This topic has been discussed a little bit on the Starpoint Go podcast. It's also been discussed on some of the chess pod. There's this Chess Journeys podcast that is it's an interview format chess podcast. And interviewing just people who play chess from 8 to 900 ELO to up to, I think he's had some grandmasters, but it's mostly sort of mid-level casual players. You say this is a very Ayako Yokota that this is a difficult problem. We'll see. We'll see. We've got two pawns. I'm thinking also it's going to be an edge, but anyway. So this topic of the game of sticking to it casually and not studying, and why someone might do that. I think these games, it's so easy to start putting your identity into your level, and so easy to start putting some sort of, using these games as some sort of intelligence metric, or like we put too much meaning into these games, and especially some of us who are not so good at the games. I think we put a little bit too much into it, and we take it too seriously. We take our rating too seriously. We take the games too seriously. But I think that ends up contributing to not having as much fun and maybe bouncing off the games. And the Starpoint Go podcast talked about this recently in terms of talking about OGS versus the Fox Go server. He was theorizing, just briefly, that the Fox Go server seems to be more casual, where people play more for fun, even if tons of people play there and people, do care about their rating. Every game doesn't feel like this monumental epic sort of sweaty, as some people say, sweaty, like, try hard session like OGS does. Obviously, that perception is in the eye of the beholder. It's in the mind of the person doing it. Hello over there. Let me see. Let me try to pronounce this. This is Porunga. I don't know what that means. But greetings. So anyway, and I had said a while back when I bounced off my rank up, I was playing very badly, and I can't remember exactly what month this was. I was in a real bad pit where I was playing terribly, and I said, you know what, I'm going to stop my study for a bit. I'm going to play. I'm going to stop my study. I'm going to try to have fun, and it seemed to have helped. It definitely seemed to have helped. And now I've been slowly walking back the training, doing more tsume and stuff like that, because I enjoy doing that. But I think I had to take a break from the seriousness. And just because you say you resigned yourself to play strictly casually, that might actually be better. You might come back to it. You might. Why do we want to get serious at this game? It's just because we find it interesting, and we want to do better. So if you're playing casually and you're having fun, maybe that my theory is that maybe it will just come. You'll start. If you're enjoying it, you're going to start getting better. You're going to start thinking more about it. And whether or not that's casual or serious, it doesn't matter. The label that we apply to it. It's if we're enjoying the game. That's in the end that's all that matters. And if we're doing things that make us not enjoy the game, we should probably not do those things. So anyway, no huge ideas there. That I'm no novel concepts in anything I said there. But I have been thinking about those things. So I just did a dump, just a brain dump. Tulip, you say Shogi, like many things, has many ways of being valuable and enjoyable, and you think casual play is lovely. Yes, totally. Yeah, there are people at some of the local clubs around here who have not improved all that much, or who have just improved a bit, but they're having more fun than ever. Or there's some people that don't care at all about improving or at all even about playing. They come and they like to teach. They like I assume they like the friendship of being with people. It's something to do. It's a social thing. I think Shogi, unlike some games like maybe backgammon or mahjong or I don't know what, I think Shogi and Go to a certain extent, they're not the most social games. So it's not as fun in general for people who are not competing, but there is still a social aspect, and I think that's really nice, especially now, where so many people are just stuck in their jobs, and the friends and communities and things like that are not like what they once were. People are always looking for ways to just spend time with people and have fun. And I think Shogi can be that, and it is that for some people. Aparunga, you say you're glad to watch the stream in real time. Well, thank you for stopping by. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. I've missed this, and I miss chatting with people. And in playing, I'm excited about a change that's coming to Shogi Wars. I believe it is in July 1st, but sometime near the end of this month, Shogi Wars is releasing the ability for friends to have friend matches with, I believe, up to 60-minute time controls and up to 60-second Byoyomi. So you can play thoughtful games against friends on Shogi Wars starting, I believe, end of this month or July. So I am very excited about that because I think that would be nice to play against viewers. And Vexel Cafe, you say, you think if we continue playing naturally, ideas about the game will emerge and we'll get stronger. Yeah. And if you're like me, sometimes when you're playing, you'll start having ideas while you're lying in bed. you're just thinking about the game or whatnot. Mahjong Soul, I'm not thinking about the game. I'm thinking about the music. last night, you know, I think throughout my sleep, I just had that music of Mahjong Soul stuck in my head. The do 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 do. And yeah, that was yeah. Anyway, these things set in, and you say playing shogi as a beginner has been nice, especially since you're stuck in a rut with Go. Oh, you got to turn that music back on. Yeah, being stuck in a rut with one game, it's nice to be able to jump to another game and have fun in it. All right, so here's a same-ish problem, but we don't in this situation we don't have the bishop. We don't, you know, they have a square open to bring their silver in to defend. This one's tough. This one's tougher. What are we looking to do here? What are we... It feels like it has to be an edge. Because there's no real way to build up pressure over here. I'm not sure what this silver is doing here. I don't think this pawn push doesn't seem to do anything. The knight drop here is something. So I like what about this? Is this anything? Is this anything? I think this is the best idea I've got. I'm willing to move on. And that is not the answer. That is not the answer. Oops, I didn't say evaluate. I just did something. I did something with the engine. Okay. So the idea, pawn 7-5, pawn takes, pawn drop, pawn drop 7-4. Gold takes. Pawn drop 8-6. Okay, the knight's head is a weakness. So I would not have done this. I would not have even considered this. When the knight has moved to 7-3 in the high Mino, the knight's head is one of its weaknesses. In the problem diagram, attack it with pawn 7-5. If now pawn takes, pawn drop 7-4 entices the gold to move to diagonally by gold takes. The thing is, I don't think the gold is going to take. Or maybe it will. Or yeah, I guess the knight can't jump. When knight drop 8-6 is decisive. Says it's decisive. Yeah, obviously it's dead. If gold 8-5 in the solution diagram, pawn drop 7-4 will do. Okay, so Yeah. If Gote replied to the first move, pawn drop 7-5 with silver 8-3. Oh, well, we just take. Pawn takes 7-4. Wait. Oh, the first move. Just make this the main line. Silver takes. Pawn drop 7-5. Silver takes. Pawn drop 7-5 captures the silver. Wait. Hold on. Okay, with pawn 8, then pawn drop takes 7-4. Silver takes, pawn drop 7-5. Silver 8-3. Knight drop 7-4. Knight drop 7-4. Wait, what? Huh. What does that do? What is that going to do? It's just there for Aji or something? Huh. Okay. If knight 8-5 in reply to the third move, in reply to the third move. Oh, in reply to the third move, pawn drop 7-4. Wait. Okay, so hold on. Where is my... Then we just push the pawn, right? Yeah, Sente is pawn 8-6. Okay. Interesting. All right. So I'm still not completely clear on... I'm not clear on... Yeah. I'm not clear on the value of this. I'm not clear on the value of that at all. I guess it just locks in the king? Maybe? All right, well, problem 127. 127. All right, let me make sure I transcribed it correctly. The knight is up again. Horse on 4-1. 2 pawns in hand, nothing in their hand. Okay. Okay. What do we have? Pawn. So if I were to drop a pawn, like what are they doing? What are they doing? this feels like an important one. So one of the things I've noticed in my 10-second games and in the 3-minute games, so a bunch of those that I uploaded as Shogi Dad unplugged videos, my end game, my Yosei is still very slow, and in 3 minutes, the games I've been playing, I think, pretty well, and maybe my opponents haven't been playing well, or maybe it's just that at my level in 3-minute games, when I'm playing on mobile, maybe I'm fast enough and I'm able to think enough that I see all these blunders that are happening on both sides. Whereas if I'm playing with the mouse on stream, I'm just like blind to it because I'm in just such a panic to try to make moves fast enough. But anyway, one thing I'm finding is that, I am getting dominant positions. Let's say I'm up a couple generals or a couple bishops. I'm just up with a booty alien. Good to see you. Hello. I'll be up a lot of pieces. But my opponent won't resign. And I'm able to sort of win these games because a lot of times I'm still up on the clock. So even if I can't find the mate, I'm able to flag them, from a position of strength. But if my opponent is like 5 seconds ahead of me or 10 seconds ahead of me, it's tough. The games I'm losing, I'm not losing on the board. I am losing on the clock, and due to my inability to close out the games, where the opponent just starts throwing pieces back that it has and defending, just being annoying. And I am trying to win, so I spend a little bit more time and then I time out. So, a lot of these, I think I'm too slow. I'm too slow, and I'm not seeing the ideas of how to finish some of these games. So this is a good example. So in this game, like here, I would do this. I would do this. And then I come up. So what if I do this and he comes up here, I promote, like, is this the idea? Is this fast enough? I think so. I think so. I think so. Let's see. Problem 127. Pawn 7-5. Wait, are you kidding me? Again? Pawn 7-5. Yeah, hey, Sky. Yeah, Skykeeper. Yeah. Yeah, I see you see it. Same as before. I don't get it. Oh, I guess I do get it now. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he can't take. Now what? Now what? Now what? We got our knight. We got our knight for now. You think pawn 4-4 is also good? Sack the bishop. Sack the bishop. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so their solution is this. Yeah, just like drew out here. A well-placed horse on 4-1. Against the High Mino, a horse or bishop on 4-1 is very well placed, eyeing both 6-3 and 7-4. Okay, okay, okay. So I'll have to think about this. In the problem diagram, make use of the horse's line of fire by attacking the knight's head by pawn 7-5. When pawn takes, pawn drop 7-4 completes a successful attack. If knight 8-5 in the solution diagram, as Skykeeper said, horse takes 6-3, pawn takes, gold drop 7-3 is a fierce attack. The attack on the 7-4 square aims at both the knight's head and the king's ear, thereby hitting 2 vital points simultaneously. That's a pretty one. That's a pretty one. They don't mention pawn drop 4-4. I think it's still, I do think it's still going to be pretty good. But yeah, this is obviously, this is real strong. Much faster. Okay, problem 128. Problem 128. Just check this here. The knight is back. We've got the horse or the dragon on 3-2. We've got a bishop and a knight in hand. They have nothing in hand. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Got no pawns. Oops, I didn't fix the thing. So right now I'm thinking about 4-1, just like they had talked about. 4-1 is threatening. 4-1 is immediately threatening taking this gold. Then the gold comes up. So what if I drop the bishop, he brings up the gold. Or, well, yeah, if he goes back, I guess I would get this. So he comes up. Got the knight. This feels a little slow, though. Like if I drop the knight, (7-4) pawn is the weak point. So if we drop the knight, let's say he does this. We're aiming here. He can't go up because I could just take then. come up. Note for you, come up means like gold 6-2 from 4-1 from 6-1. Yeah, I don't know if I'm using the right up or down direction. What do most people say? Would people say come up? The gold comes up? Yeah, I don't want to be using the wrong terminology. This looks good. So my other thought is in Japanese, kin wo agaru. Wo agaru. What would that be? Wo agaru. Gold something. You like defending by gold down 1 square? Oh, agaru means come up. Okay. Well, if we defend with this, are we not? Is this? Are we just happy with being able to take here? Kinwo sagaru. It would be come down. Or I mean, if we do this and he does come back, would the knight jump still be great? Or would we take? Which would be better, dropping the knight or promoting? I think I like dropping the knight. And if he tries to do something like that. Yeah, that seems way too good. Yeah, so I think that would be the follow-up. All right, I think that's going to be I really think that one's going to be the answer. Solution. Bishop drop 4-1. Gold 6-1, 6-2. Knight drop 8-6. Knight drop 8-6. Yep. All right. Teamwork between bishop on 4-1 and knight on 8-6. First drop the bishop by bishop drop 4-1 to attack the gold on 6-3. Gote defends by gold 6-1 to 6-2, but after knight drop 8-6, the knight teams up with the bishop on 4-1 in an attack on the king's ear. In the solution diagram, the threat is knight takes 7-4. You know, obviously. Gote's only defense is king 7-3, but knight takes 7-4 is still effective. Now after either king takes, or dragon takes 6-2, or gold takes, bishop takes, promote, king takes, gold takes 6-2, the attack is decisive. I like that. That's nice. That's very nice. Hey, Todovsky. You guess this means the defense fails. Yeah, yeah. Sure does. Sure does. Maybe the opponent's next move is gold 7-3 to 6-2 from 6-2. Yeah. Yeah, is this what I drew? No, this is a new variation. So would we still do this? Yeah, wait, so this feels a little pawn 7-5. We don't have any pawns though. We don't have any pawns. Do you mean after? Porunga, you found it? You think you know? Like, I don't think the pawn push could be bad. So you think this, and then do I jump in? Ah, you want to battle me someday? Okay, I would love to. I would love to. Have a good sleep, have a good night. Yeah, I would love to play. Especially once Shogi Wars does add that that time control later this month. So if they take, yeah, then we get this. Yeah, I think I'm good on this. This seems great. All right. Problem 129. Making sure that I did it right. 5 pawns in a row. Okay, and we've got our bishop on 6-5 or 5-4, 5-7, 5-7. This is not an unknown position for me. Silver and a lance in hand. They have nothing in hand. All right. This is problem 129. So where are we? You know, the I can get a pawn. I don't think that's going to do it. We got a bishop. Oh, we don't have a bishop. We don't have a bishop. Drop. We have a bishop on the board. We have the bishop on the board. Drop a lance back here. What are we threatening? Drop the lance back here. There's really no defense, right? So, like, if we drop a lance, let's say he comes up. We take, he takes, we take, drops the lance. He can't really take, I think. You're going to go to bed as well. Good to see you, Podunga. Thank you for stopping by, and welcome to the channel. Welcome. Yeah, this is definitely a character flaw in my shogi. Is that when I get a lance, I am looking. I'm dropping it here so often. I just think in this case it's just too good. You know, my only concern is, like, what if he just starts running? Like, is this what are they gonna do? What, like, let's say he starts running. Like, is this our end game here? Hey, Ninworld, great to see you. Like, the king's going to be running, and, you know, in a 3-minute game, I'm going to need to find a way to mate the king in 3 minutes, in 30 seconds left or 40 seconds left from here, and it's going to be rough. But that just seems awfully strong. Yeah, if he has to run, then the castle is stormed. That's true. That is true. That's true. All right, we'll go with that. We'll go, in the interest of time, we'll go with that. Lance drop 8-6. That is the only solution. I mean, that's the only the variation is just this. Taking advantage of Gote's lack of pawns. Lance drop 8-6 is an attack that takes advantage of the fact that Gote has no pawns in hand. The simple aim of Lance takes 8-4 is hard to defend against. In certain circumstances, taking the pawn with the bishop by bishop takes 8-4 will also be severe. In the solution diagram, if silver 8-3, Lance takes 8-4, silver takes, bishop takes, wins material. That's what I drew out. even if Gote's king escapes in advance by king 7-1, as we just drew out, lance takes a4, threatening silver drop a2 is still sufficient. If now knight 7-3, Sente can attack by... Well, let's go to that, because I didn't draw... Sente can attack by bishop 3-5. Gold 6-1, 6-2. Silver drop 5-1. In the solution diagram, after silver 7-3, lance takes, king 7-2. The correct attacking procedure is pawn 9-5. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, yeah, this is annoying. This is annoying. Pawn 9-5. Wow. Pawn takes. Pawn 9-2. Okay. Oh, I love that. This feels instructive in a lot of ways of getting this. It's the same types of stuff you do on the right side, static rook. We have our rook here. I like that. I definitely like that. All right, let's move on. Problem 130. Make sure... Wait, what? Oh, this is the problem. Okay, problem 130. They're in the High Mino with the knight already jumped. We have a token on 5-3. And we have a bishop and a pawn in hand. Their pawn is on 5-5, so they have a pawn. They can't defend back here. Oh, I'm staring at this thing. Just I'm okay. So they have a silver. Okay, they have a silver in hand. They have a silver in hand. Bishop drop. Bishop drop here seems pretty good. Take. So if we do that... Hey, Chess Universe. Edge attack out of nowhere. Yeah. This one seems almost too easy, which makes me think that this can't be the right answer. So I guess our attack sort of stops after... Like, if we do this... And he drops a silver. Then our attack just... We get material, but our attack is blunted, and our bishop is now... is not really doing much. Hearing some weird sound outside. What about pushing the pawn here? No, because that gives the gold an escape route. We wouldn't even get the gold. What about take, bishop drop 4-1? So bishop drop 4-1 from those other problems. It's the rats. Yeah, it might be. I don't think so. It's too loud. It's too loud. All right. What about this? No, you can't drop there because I just take. Oh, what about okay, if I drop and he comes over, well, I guess I could take. That seems great. I could just add pressure here with the pawn drop. So that if he takes, I take, or if he takes, I take and I get more. Yeah, you're saying he can go to 6-2 if I drop the bishop, he goes to 6-2. Yeah, definitely could. And then I take. He takes. Ah, a follow. Bolachones. Great to see you. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope you enjoy Shogi. Do a lot of Shogi on this channel, despite the fact that it's been inconsistent for the past week. But yeah, let's welcome to the channel. Bishop drop 4-1, he'd probably take the token. Oh, that's true. The token is hanging. The token is hanging. Oh yeah. Oh, so that ends a bunch of these. That ends a bunch of these discussions. Okay. Okay, so now this is actually looking pretty good. Or is it? Because what if he just takes? I take and I still have my token. I mean, that seems fine. That seems like a nice trade-off. And then if he does take, I've got this. You're smelling the answer is pawn drop 5-4. I mean, almost by process of elimination now, it almost feels like it has to be. We can't drop it here. We can't drop it here or here because the token is still hanging. Taking the gold can't be terrible though. Like right? Just taking the gold. This can't be that bad. Oops. All right. Let's do this. Let me make this the. There's nothing he can do here because. Oh well, no, he can. He can. How do we get our? How do we get our token in? Now do we do this? Or I guess we could do this now. I don't. All right. Well, I'm convinced that this is it, but I'm not convinced that the follow up. Let's see what the book says. Just pawn drop 5-4. Pawn drop 5-4. So we're at least we're on the right track. Utilizing the token. Here a token is already approached to 5-3. However, if you play token takes 6-3 just because you can win a gold, you lose the foothold for an attack after silver takes. Here, supporting the token by pawn drop 5-4 is a good move. In the solution diagram, the threat of token takes 6-3, silver takes, pawn 5-3 promote is severe, obviously. If Gote defends by silver drop 6-2, Sente renews the threat. So they're dropping 6-2 right here. Renews the threat with bishop drop 4-4. Or if silver drops 4-4, token takes 6-3, silver takes, gold drop 4-3 will do. It is important not to exchange off your attacking pieces too easily. That's a good moral. But I think this is, I think my line is more interesting. Oh, okay. No matter yeah. So now we're protected. Okay. Yeah, that's great. That I think is great. That 4/4 drop. Okay. Very nice. Very, very nice problem. Problem 131. Let's see. I'm going to get some water. I'm out of water, so I'm going to take the quickest of breaks here. Let's see if I get the be right back on here. I'm not sure if this... There it is. It does show. Okay. I will be right back. I almost locked the screen. I've forgotten what to do. All right. If I make a move like that in a game, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. The pawn drop 5/4. Um, oh goodness gracious. Uh, all right, so here we are. Let's check this. The knight is back. We've got our dragon on 3/2. They have a bishop in hand. We have a bishop, gold, and a pawn in hand. Alrighty. It's a lot of stuff. Bishop, gold, and a pawn. We have no pawn in this rank. So if I drop a bishop here, I think the gold just goes back, or the gold comes forward. If we drop, let's say we drop the bishop back here, 4/3 or 3/4, the gold again comes up. Well, so no, because if we do this, gold comes up, then I think, oops, I think this is very good. Maybe not. Maybe not. This feels like my 3-minute games where I sort of let them make a better defense. Yeah, I don't like that. We have a pawn. pawn drop here. Hmm. I'm not seeing this yet. And there's no, so the pawn is all the way back here, so we can't drop a pawn there. Do you pawn drop 5-3 and pawn 7-5 look like the top candidate moves? You know, pawn drop 5-3 looks strong, I guess, because if he takes, we get a gold drop. So let's drop pawn 5-3. Let's say he takes. We get the gold drop. Well, no, that's just a free gold. You know, this is over. So I think taking is impossible. Taking is impossible. So he comes over here. Then promoting is too good. Yeah, that's just too good. Boy, that's feeling very strong right now. What's the is there even a is there even anything that would your struggle with this line was that you don't see how it goes on after gold takes 6-2. Rook takes 6-2. Bishop drops 7-1, attacking the rook and defending the gold. Oh, wait, let's look at that. Where is this line? I think you're talking about this line. Bishop drops 7. Oh. Okay. Ah. Yeah. That's annoying. This feels like what my opponents do to me in those 3-minute games again. Where I gain some material, but it's just like they've bought themselves a lot of time. Wait, so what else? What else? Huh. Well, let's look at pawn 7-5. So I didn't see the value there. Pawn drop 7-5. Do we even have to? Do they even have to take? Yeah, the castle does become weaker. And we get back that theme. We get back that bishop 4-1 theme. I guess. I think we're there. I think we're still okay. Hey, I forgot. Nice to see you. I'm still liking this 5-3 move. I'm still thinking that we're just not seeing. So this doesn't even win material. This does not even win material. This does not win material. It's going to end up forcing me away. And now he's got a Mino. He's back in an improved Mino. I'm never breaking in on the right here. So what's the... I think it must be some construction out there. The banging. Hmm. Ooh. What else? What else? So if we do drop this first, what was the... Yeah, I don't think that. I think that's blocking it. Combined with an edge attack. Yeah, we've got the pawn. Well, oh, so you're still using the pawn. So pawn drop 5-3, gold takes, pawn 9-5, pawn takes, lance takes, lance takes, gold drop 6-2. Gold takes, rook drop 6-2. Then he can no longer do this because we've got that. Yeah. Oh boy. That feels like a solution. That feels like the kind of solution that we'd have that these would give. Wait, so what if Does he have to, to take? Does he have to take? That seems pretty good. All right. I think that I'll accept that. I'll accept that. I'll accept that. So let's go. This is problem 131. Okay. Bishop drop 4-3. Why can I get out here? Okay. I said 3-4, but anyway, so bishop drop 4-3. Gold 6-1 to 6-2. Pawn 5-3. So now we do the pawn 5-3. Gold takes from 6-2. Horse 6-1. Or bishop 6-1 promote. Interesting. All right, I'll read the discussion. Pawn drop 5-3 is the axis. First, threaten the gold on 6-1 by bishop drop 4-3. If it dodges away with 6-1, 6-2, dangle a pawn by pawn drop 5-3. This draws the gold out by gold takes, allowing the bishop to enter, and promote by bishop 6-1 promote, completing the attack sequence. If gold 7-3 in the solution diagram, gold 7-3 in the solution, this is the solution diagram. If gold 7-3, a dragon 6-2 will suffice. Yeah. If gold 6-3 to 6-2 in the in the first move, which I think is what I drew out. Pawn drop 5-3 is again severe. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. While if gold 7-1 in response, closing in with the crude move, gold drop 6-1. Is okay, yeah, the crude move. I don't see the crude moves. I'm an elegant player. I'm more of an elegant player, so I don't see the crude moves. Note how the attack is built around the axis of the dangling pawn drop 5-3. So it's interesting that their bishop drop didn't come into play at all, but I am going to guess that the reason they have the bishop in hand is because of that defensive resource of dropping it on 7-1 to protect the gold. It's funny that he doesn't mention that, but that sure seems like it must be. That said, I still like this edge attack idea. Maybe they have a good resource against it. The attacker's goal in this case is just simply to promote the bishop. Yeah, it seems like that's real key. Well, to promote the bishop and hit this silver. At some point, the attack has to get that bishop, or threatening that bishop on 7-1. Yeah, the combined attack of the bishop with the threat of getting the dragon in So to protect the bishop seems, yeah, it's basically unstoppable, I guess. All right, 132. 132. How many problems does this chapter have? Okay, so 148 problems, or not 148 problems. Problem 148 is the last in this chapter. So, we won't be getting to that today. But anyway, problem 132. Let me make sure that I transcribed it correctly. Similar-ish. They have a bishop in hand. We have in this case, it's the same problem. We just have a silver, and we have a bishop, a silver, and a pawn, instead of a bishop, a gold, and a pawn in hand. Interesting that they give us... is this the first time that they've done this? Maybe not. Where it's the same exact problem, just with one slight variation in what is in hand. All right. So the obvious then is going to be bishop 4-3. But we have the silver. Bishop 4-3. Gold 6-2. Pawn drop 5-3. So that would be the same. But what about the other? So we draw this. What was that tricky line? The tricky line was what was the tricky line? No, the tricky line was 7-1. The tricky line was 7-1. All right, hold on. Yeah, it'd be funny if the solution just says, yeah, it's basically the same thing with the silver. So we don't need... It's the same problem here. Same problem here. Same problem here. So the only difference is this Huh. That seems good for the opponent. Or would we come in here? Eh. Yeah, that's good for us. Huh. Well, do we have anything else? Do we have anything else? Like just right off the bat, like silver drop. Or do we drop the pawn first? So going back to that previous one, we drop the pawn first. He can't do this. Yeah, he can. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Because it turns out to be the same. Yeah. All right. That's not it. I am going to look out there. The banging is really loud. I'm going to check. I'll be right back. So if you see me running from rats or something like that, you'll know what happened. Okay. It was from outside, past. Wasn't from. We have this like metal shed thing that I thought was echoing like the boom from potentially some animals. All right, so let's take a look. Let's take a look. Problem 132. Bishop drop 4-3, gold 7-1. So it's that same tricky one. Bishop 5-2 promote, which is one of the lines considered. Gold 7-3. Well, the 6-2 is the interesting. Hopefully they talk about that. and then bishop drop 6-2. Yeah, I mean this one is more straightforward. Like this I think is a little more clear. I was thinking about this, the gold coming back. So anyway, this is the solution line. Steadily closing in, aim for the 2 golds, which are in effect undefended due to the dragon's influence. Of course, the attack starts with bishop drop 4-3. Of course. If gold 6-1 to 6-2, gold 6-1 to 6-2. Okay, that's the one that that's the one that I wanted. Wait. No. Yeah, the other is what we drew, which is the pawn drop 5-3, gold 6-2 takes, bishop 6-1 promote, as in the previous problem will do. Gote therefore dodges by 7-1. But now Sente closes in with, oops. I'm going to make this the main line. Gold 7-3. It's silver drop 6-2. This is a simple but steady endgame attack, removing the gold, defending the king. They don't talk about this. The appropriate use, as the occasion demands, of nimble moves like pawn drop 5-3 or crude moves like silver drop 6-2 is important. I agree, but what about this? This is what I care about. I think that this needs an explanation, because I guess he's just going to lose this. There's no real great way to defend any of these. Like, yeah. I guess in the end it's just too strong. There's no way really to defend any of this right now. Yeah, it's just these worthless bishops. And we have a million ways to win this, I think. Hey, Just Filippo, nice to see you. Dragon 3-2 looks safer than Dragon 2-2. Oh. Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? Because of some fork potential? I'm curious. Bishop drop 4-4. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, certainly. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. All right. 133. Let's move to 133. Okay, make sure. So we're on 3-2. It's the same problem. But they just have a lance in hand. It's the same exact problem, but they just have a lance in hand. All right. Yeah, so a lance is going to be an immediate defensive piece, like right here. So the value of the lance, though, so we begin. Let's. I'm just going to draw it out. We begin with 4-3. He comes up, and we do the pawn. He drops the lance. This seems totally fine to me. I guess we would just do the same thing. It's gonna fall apart. Yeah, I mean this is going to fall apart. What if, wait, so if we do this, yeah, I think this is fine. I think this is fine. Maybe? Huh. So maybe dropping the silver is or the bishop is faster. Yeah. I think that's good. Yeah, there's no defense here. All right. I like that. I like that. been the past two. Let's see this one. Pawn drop 5-3. Let me make this the main line. Pawn drop 5-3. Gold takes. Well, I said lance drop, but we'll see. Gold takes. So yeah, silver drop 6. Yeah, I mean, definitely. But I don't think he's going to do this. Gold takes. Dragon takes. Silver drop 7-1. Dragon takes 5-3. I mean, obviously. Like that's, but I didn't think that's, I didn't think he's going to take. I thought he's going to do this. So anyway, the winning material with tempo. The position of the pieces on the board and Sente's pieces in hand are the same as in the previous problem. Here too, closing with bishop drop 4-3, gold 7-1, bishop 5-2 promote looks promising, but the defense lance drop 6-2 is troublesome. Okay, so let's look at that. Okay. Okay, yeah, that is annoying. That is annoying. All right. In this case, closing in by 5-3 pawn is effective. After disturbing Gote's shape by forcing gold takes. Forcing gold takes. Forcing gold takes. Forcing gold takes. Silver drop 6-2 is a silver blow. Yeah. Incidentally, if gold 5-3 to 5-2 in response to, okay, so let's gold takes, silver drop. Oh, if gold 5-3 to 5-2 in response to the silver drop. Oh, that's interesting. Gold dragon takes. Gold takes. Bishop drop. King 9-2. Pawn 9-5 with a mating attack. Okay. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. How is that a mating attack? How is that a mating attack? Okay, so what about that? Ah, same deal. Same deal. Same deal. Okay. Huh. So they didn't talk about my solution. They did not talk about this. So what's the answer here? What's the answer here? Is it just I think this was my I think this is my answer here. Yeah, and I'm all right with that. Yeah, that's it. There's no defense of that. Okay. Problem 134. I think this is going to be the last for today. I'm going to be getting going. We're going to be doing something around lunchtime. So this is going to be the last here. Coming back with a little bit over 2 hours. Coming back slowly. All right. Checking here. The dragon's on 2-1. They have nothing in hand. We have a silver bishop and a pawn in hand again. So it's a similar problem. Similar problem, it's just our rook is on the top rank. Okay. What are we looking at? Silver drop, threatening the take. Because we're with this rook, we're potentially looking at we want the bishop drop on 7-1. So I don't think we're going to use the silver yet. I mean the bishop yet. So a lot of times he tricks us by not doing the same thing. But if we do this pawn first, he takes. We get this. We get the sort of dream attack here, which is great for us. So if we drop, we can't drop. We can't drop because we have a pawn here. We can't drop. We have a pawn on 5. Let me just make sure we have a pawn on 5-6. I did check it, but let me just double check. Okay, we still have the pawn on 5-6. Okay, so we can't do that. But we do have a pawn, which means an edge attack is a possibility. Silver. He comes back. Take. Gold drop. Yeah, so I am saying silver, gold, take, gold, and that's it. I think. You think the problem with silver drop 5-2 is that after gold takes 5-2, bishop 7-1, king 7-3. Oh, let's look at that. Oh, this has happened in games. This has happened in games. Okay, so this is key because this has actually happened to me. This has happened to me in actual games. And then I'm sitting here like, wait, what did I just do? Okay. Okay. So that's not it. That's not it. I have real world experience telling me that this is not it. If the knight's on 7-3, it would be winning. Yeah. Yeah, but in this case, it's got that run. And that's this, like I said, this, I want to say this exact position. Well, you know, this exact scenario has happened where I pull the gold and then my bishop drop is not as useful as I thought it was because the king can now run in here. Hmm. So what if we drop the bishop back here? Drop the bishop back. So with this knight here, we can't do an edge. Well, I guess we can. So like, you know, this type of deal. Yeah, that's crushing. But he doesn't have to do that. Silver drop 5-3 here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Is that? Is that? Maybe that would be good. Maybe? Maybe? Or does he have some other? Like, is this? Are we good here now? I'm not sure. Yeah, that wouldn't do it. I'm not convinced of this. I'm not convinced of that. I'm definitely not. I'm not convinced of 5-3. Could also run up. Silver 5. You think silver 5-2? I guess. I don't know. I think that I mean we get the advantage, but are we? Is that enough? That seems like they're not. All right. So, what is this pawn for? What is this pawn for? It's gotta be edge. It's gotta be edge. I think this is going to be it. I think this is going to be it. This just feels like they've given a pawn. They've given us a pawn. We can't use the pawn. It's going to be edge. All right. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Problem 135. Problem 135? No, 134. 134. The sending technique. Uh-oh. Could we be correct? The sending technique. Knight drop 4-3. I mean, bishop drop 4-3. Gold 7-1. Pawn 9-5. Pawn takes. Pawn drop 9-2. Lance takes. Silver drop 9-1. King takes. Dragon take. Okay. Okay, so that was it. That was it. It feels like they could have done something else. Like, what if they ignore? I guess we just come in. If they ignore, we come in. The sending technique. First drop with bishop drop 4-3 to attack the gold on 6-1. Now the reply 6-3 to 6-2 has bad potential. 6-3 to 6-2 has bad potential because the gold on 6-1 is still in the bishop's line of fire. The normal reply, therefore, has bad potential. But that's almost certainly what the opponent is going to do at my level. So they say that bad potential, but they don't say how to finish it. Anyway, the normal reply, therefore, is gold 7-1. But this is the perfect moment for knight 9-5. After pawn takes, pawn drop 9-2, lance takes, the usual sending technique. silver drop 9-1, king takes, dragon takes 7-1 is decisive. Yes, yes, yes. In the problem diagram, silver drop 5-2, gold takes, bishop drop 7-1 can be answered by king 7-3, exactly as Ninworld said. And Sente has overplayed his hand, as I have done many times. I have done that, I am convinced, at least twice. But so they don't answer. So they just say that it's bad potential. That's what I don't like about this now. They say it's bad potential. But they don't, you know, he doesn't go into why bad potential. I mean, potential, you know, 25 cents in a bag of potential will buy you a cup of coffee. You know, won't buy you a cup of coffee.— Well, we can't drop pawn 5-3 because we have our pawn on 5-6. That's the, I think that was the thing keeping me from doing 5-3. Yeah. Yeah, so that, I think that's the trick of this problem, is that it's already here. Maybe the idea is just that there's going to be a lot of ways to break this down. Not that the engine, I almost never flip on the engine in these because they're almost always wrong. But the engine here, is liking 3-2. It's liking 5-4 promote. It's liking 3-2, 3-2, 2-2, 3-4 promote. It's liking 1-6 promote. But yeah, this fairy stockfish is in these situations, it's sort of nonsense. Yeah, endgame goes there. Things engines are supposed to be good at. Well, you know, that's the thing, is that we have found in the few times that I have brought up fairy stockfish that it does not seem to handle these situations. It does not seem to evaluate these very well. You know, when there's no king on the board, it seems to not be good at all. So I'm hesitant to even like I rarely even turn it on. Take all the pawns and make it token fabric. Oh, I like this word, token fabric. What are you call? What's a token fabric? Like take, and then just start pushing up. Like that would certainly be like, we don't know what's going on this part of the board, but like, you know, that would certainly work. It would certainly work. Like, yeah, we could take this they have nothing in hand, so we could take this very slow. So we're taking. He's coming up. We're taking. He's coming up. We're taking. And then we're just gonna come up. But all right, that is gonna do it for today. Glad to be back. Thank you to everyone who came out. Apologies that I'm going to be, I've been inconsistent now, missing that last week, and then it'll be inconsistent for the next 2 weeks. So apologies. We'll come back strong after that. Thank you to everyone for the patience, and thank you for watching and liking the Shogi Dad not Unchained, Unplugged videos. Those were fun to make, and I think if anything, it's sort of evidence of how much faster I play on mobile, off stream, how much faster and possibly better. The 3-minute games are quite interesting. I in the past few days where I'm just playing winning shogi, and the ones I'm losing are just because are very tight time scrambles where I'm ahead in the game. I'm ahead in the game and my opponent beats me out by 1 second. So, I can't mate. So, they're all good games. I'm playing much better. Like when I'm playing 3-minute games on stream with the mouse, like I'm just throwing pieces away. I'm just like the last time I rewatched some of my 3-minute streams in the past where I'm playing, with mouse. It's just it's mindless. It's literally mindless. But these 3-minute games that I'm playing off stream, with mobile, where I can move quicker, more quickly anyway. There's still plenty of blunders, but it is much less mindless. And so anyway, I thought it was interesting. I don't know, how many of those I'll upgrade. I don't know how many of those 3-minute stream. Like I've been recording pretty much everything that I've been doing over the past week, so I've got a lot of video. But I don't know how much I'll upload of it because in the end it's still low level 3-minute games. I don't know how useful that is to people or how interesting. But anyway, that's it. Good to be back. Thank you, everybody. I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get a Fast Friday, and I'll take out my new 1Q 10-second rating, on mouse in stream. So should be interesting. And take care. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you soon. Enjoy your shogi, and